Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Beerus had accessed his maximum power with the intention of training the once most powerful divine beings. I'll not use lethal blows on you, but you must be able to endure great agony to create from your body an indestructible barrier. Understood, Beerus. We trust you. Beerus at that moment would begin to move at an amazing speed, which seemed invisible to both deities, which tried to be on the defensive. However, at that moment, Beerus would begin to slaughter both at once. That's right, the power of Beerus was able to overcome them abysmally. However, Daishaken and Zeno-sama at that moment were also trying to attack Beerus, but although they hit him, their blows had no effect on Beerus, who was currently the god that had surpassed all the limits of a king at all. Meanwhile, with Goku and the other warriors of Universe 6, he was training them in the same way. And since Goku was much more serious this time, he would begin his training with battles, since it was the best training for the whole body to adapt to the damage of the others, and also to possess Zenkais, while Hit was meditating to be able to unlock 100% of his killing ability. In another place of the 12 universes, the powerful Mikoshin was looking for Goku, not being able to locate him. Even in his mind, thoughts that Goku had died were passing through his mind. I don't think that powerful Saiyan who possessed Omni power will be defeated so easily. I'm sure he's still alive. Mikoshin, without giving up, would continue searching for Goku in every corner of the universe. Meanwhile, in the angelic realm, Nin was prepared to end the lives of all the beings in Zeno-sama's multiverse, including Mikoshin. In 15 minutes, the three Supreme Commanders and I will head to the multiverse of Zeno-sama to finish with every scum of that place. After 15 minutes, Nin and his three commanders were about to leave. However, the most powerful commander of all would speak. Nin-sama, but if even Mikoshin had been overshadowed by that Saiyan, we the three Supreme Commanders have thought of merging. I think that's an excellent idea. Of course you can do it. At that moment, a great pentagram would appear all over the place, and the three Supreme Commanders would begin to merge. After a great roar, a new warrior could be observed who had an intimidating appearance. I am the result of the fusion of the three Supreme Commanders. We're ready to finish with all the trash of Zeno-sama's multiverse. We'll even finish off Mikoshin if she's still alive, since she's a traitor. Nin and that subject named Archon began to fly through all the space-time, crossing each of the megaversal barriers of the multiverses. After a few minutes of traveling, they had reached their destination. However, time in the angelic realm passed in a very different way. While in that place it was only 15 minutes, in the multiverse of Zeno-sama, months and even years had passed, in which everyone had increased their powers in an amazing way. And in the same way, Mikoshin had resigned himself to find Goku, since he didn't feel any essence of his power and believed that he had already perished. Flashback. Apparently, Son Goku did die in that battle, but it doesn't matter. And then I'll take his place and avenge him. When all this is over, I'll use the Super Dragon Balls to bring him back to life. And at that moment, Mikoshin started with his great training in part of the 12 universes. And flashback. That power is that of Nin-sama, and apparently she's accompanied by a very powerful being that even equal in his power, but I have trained very hard, so I'm sure I could deal with that power. Mikoshin would begin to move through all the universes at an amazing speed, being able to quickly reach the planet of Beerus, realizing that Nin and the subject had not yet arrived. However, the moment Mikoshin would reach the planet of Beerus, everyone would be on guard. Have you come to finish us off? Let me tell you that we have become very powerful. We won't be an easy prey that you could just humiliate. Mikoshin-sama, I admired you as well as Nin-sama. I don't know what happened to you, but you were the goddess who loved life. Mikoshin at that moment would begin to explain everything that had happened since the battle with that Saiyan. However, at that precise moment, both subjects had arrived to the planet of Beerus, which, in spite of being the most resistant planet among the 12 gods, began to be destroyed by the simple pressure that both warriors released. So my suspicions were true. The only thing you did was to betray us. Now your betrayal will be paid with death. I want your head in my palace. Nin, please react. You're not this person. Someone's using you, and you're not able to react. You are the most powerful genius of all the multiverses. Nin at that moment would throw herself against Mikoshin without caring what she said. In that instant, both goddesses began to exchange blows for all the universes. That's right, Mikoshin, being a prodigy, was able to reach a new power in a few months, being able to even equal Nin, who was a prodigy but had never dedicated herself to training. Damn, I can't believe you have the same power as me. But even with that, you won't be able to defeat me, since the only way will be for you to end my life. Meanwhile, with Archon, the fusion was observing the three subjects with a very serious look. At that moment, without wasting time, Daishinkan would raise his power to the maximum, making everything around him rumble. Zeno-sama would not be left behind, since at that moment, he would begin with his great transformation, which at this moment was extremely incredible, having increased in an unreal way his power. No matter what you do, you'll never be able to defeat me. The difference in power is like heaven and earth. No matter if you're a god or even angelic being, we'll not give you our lives without a fight. Beerus at that moment would likewise begin to increase his power to the maximum, leaving Archon a little surprised by the power that Beerus was emanating. The power of that cat's amazing. But even so, they won't be able to take me down, although it will be a difficult battle. Beerus at that moment had also finished with his transformation, and at that instant, the three warriors had launched themselves in a savage way against Archon, starting to exchange blows as well. While Beerus and Daishinkan attacking together, Zeno-sama, who possessed the energy to eliminate a king altogether, he only launched attacks from a distance with the intention of finishing with a single attack. His coordination was perfect, being able to even put the powerful angelic in a few predicaments. Meanwhile, in dimension of hit, everyone had finished their training. However, the beings that stood out the most were Goku and Hit, which had increased their power in an amazing way. Hit, your assassination techniques are amazing, and with your time jump improved to 1 minute 15 seconds is deadly. No being would be able to withstand it. No being? Then tell me how you're able to surpass my time jump. You're the only warrior that, despite using my maximum power, could never even scratch him. Goku at that moment would give a big smile. I don't know, Hit, but it's time to get out of this place. I feel that the final battle is closer than we imagined. It's okay, Goku. While Kale, Khalifa, and Kaba, the three Saiyans in the same way, had increased their power in an amazing way, being able to access the Ultra Instinct without a problem, at that moment, he would create again his technique to be able to leave that place. However, at the moment of leaving, all of them would feel some incredible powers coming from the Beerus planet. This is not a training. The power of Beerus, Daishinkan, and Zeno-sama is at its limit. It seems that the battle's still going on. I better go help everyone else. No, Hit! Let them reach their limit. Of course we won't let them die, but they must fight for their survival. Return to the battlefield, both battles were very evenly matched, or so they thought. Since both angelic ones were not using the power of Yakamoto, which was a forbidden power that in exchange for an amazing power, they kept their essence every time they used it. Master, lend me some of your power for me and Archon. I can't stand that these damned ones have the same power as us. Of course, Nin, as you asked for it. At that moment, an amazing power began to enter the body of both deities, which on this occasion had a great advantage. In a matter of seconds, the balance had changed drastically, since the power of the warriors had increased in an amazing way, beginning to massacre them. What the hell happened? Where were they able to get more power from? Archon, in a matter of seconds, had been able to leave Zeno-sama and Daishinkan on the brink of death. At that moment, Archon would begin to exchange blows with Beerus, which was the most powerful after Mikoshin. However, despite having all that great power, he was not able to face Archon. After only 5 more minutes of battle, Beerus would fall to the ground on the brink of death in the same manner. They don't have enough power to finish this off. At that moment, Mikoshin had fallen to the ground badly wounded. Meanwhile, with Goku and the others, Goku at that moment would switch to Ultra Instinct. With a serious look, he would observe Hit. I understand what you're trying to tell me. Hit at that moment would use Time Jump, being able to stop time for about 1 minute. At that moment, Goku at an amazing speed would get in front of everyone who were about to die by a large sphere of angelic energy. However, when time would return to normal, Goku had been able to disintegrate that great attack with only one of his hands. But how the hell were they able to do this? They have no energy! But Archon was able to notice a new subject informing Nin. So, a new protector. Now we'll finish you off too. Goku at that moment, with his great speed, he would stand next to Nin watching her closely. Archon, furious because he had been completely ignored, would direct a strong blow which Goku, with one of his hands, had stopped it, and in the same way had sent him flying with hundreds of wounds all over his body. I feel a strange energy inside of you. Apparently a powerful being is taking advantage of you. Don't say stupid things. You're a simple saying that I don't understand what we angelic beings are. Angelic beings or not, you're imbeciles who have let yourselves be used by a being that his only thing he needed was your existence to access his maximum power. Nin and Archon at that moment rushed against Goku, but to everyone's surprise, Goku had left them out of combat with a few blows. At that moment, Goku would stretch out one of his hands, transmitting a part of his power to each one of them, and would stare at Mikoshin. I knew that inside you there was a goodness. You never let yourself be completely manipulated by that thing. Thank you very much for giving me another chance. I'm getting better every day. At that moment, an incredible power would be felt all over that place. That's right, Yakamoto had absorbed enough essence from all the beings who were asking for his power. You're a worthy rival. Today I'll finish with all of you and I'll become the only supreme being. That's only if you manage to finish me off. Only if you manage to finish us off. At that moment, he would also begin to increase his power to the maximum, making everything around him tremble, and Goku would agree to his Omni transformation since he felt the bestial power of the guy who was in front of them. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.